Good morning. Aboye. My name is Baba Anthony, and I am the head owl with Okama Sote Temple here in Miami, Florida. I am up early this morning. 'Cause I want to talk about some themes from an Odu story that I've been studying. Beautiful story. It is a deep reminder of quite a few things. One, patience, having faith, seeking divine intervention, the support of community, and understanding that you have to have dedication and work hard in everything that you do. Right. So we're going to cover some of those themes within this story today. So I hope you enjoy and hear the messages that I have to share. So, Ogbe Erosun, Alu Kinrin, Jean Guinea. He was the Awoken Castifa for Ogbe, who woke up early in the morning but had no money to spend. He was advised to offer Ebo. Here we have the story of a priest of Ifa named Ogbe. Ogbe was an interesting person because he was dedicated, he was focused, he worked hard, and had really, really great Ifa knowledge. He had found the right teachers, found the right place, but did everything he needed to do in order to be successful at what uh, he wanted to be successful at, which was being an Ifa priest. What was interesting about Ogbe is that things were hard. He didn't have a large clientele. He didn't have much money. He didn't have much food in his home. Most of all, what was challenging for Ogbe is that he felt alone while he was going through all of these challenges. And he started to question himself. As a priest of Ifa, he started to question himself. He said, I've put in so much time. I've put in so much effort in order to be successful. Ifa has told me that my destiny will be a wonderful destiny, that I will have all of these great things with the support of Ifa, and that I will be able to help many, many people through Ifa. He heard all of these messages, but he still had so many questions that it kind of put him in a place where he started feeling down, feeling upset, not sure where he was going to go or what his next steps were. So he decides to go and visit the priest, Alu Kimrin Jing Gini, to have Ifa cast for himself because he couldn't see himself through the challenges that he was having. So the priest cast Ifa for Ogbe, and the Odu of Ogbe Rosum comes. And he explains a few things to Ogbe. He says, Ogbe, at this time in your life, you're going through many, many challenges, but you shouldn't be in a place where you give up. It's important for you to know that Ifa still says that your good destiny is coming to be manifested. Ifa still says that the success that you're looking for in life is soon to come and be yours. But there are some important things that you need to do in order for you to find your success and able to have it manifest, that last step, right? In order for things to change for you. Because you've already worked hard, you're dedicated, you studied, you know Ifa, you're going to have the things that you want, as Ifa promised, but now we just got to get you over that hurdle. He's sharing this with Obey and he's hearing the messages. So he tells Obey this. He says, one, you have to change your mindset. You have to understand that if I was here to support you, it will bring you all of the wonderful things in your life. That's one. Number two, he tells them that the deity Ajay was the deity of wealth, excuse me. And she's been looking for you, but at your home, you sleep in total darkness. So at nighttime, when she comes in order to bless you with good things, that she can't find you. You're complete darkness. So you need to have light in your room. And I want to go off on a little tangent here. What's important to understand about the deity Ajay is not an Orisha or deity that we have in our lives to simply just bring us wealth of the lottery. It's not an Orisha that will all of a sudden make everything manifest to greatness and all of a sudden we're the richest person in the world. Otherwise, every priest of Ifa, every Orisha priest who has Ajay would be the wealthiest person in the world. Ajay supports hard work, supports dedication. She supports uh, bringing things into our lives that will fulfill us. We have to understand that aspect. So he was told that. Go back to the story now. He was told that, and he needed to light his room for Ajay to come and be a part of his life. Next, he needed to offer a bow. He needed to offer a bow for uh, victory, for wealth, for all the good things to manifest in his life. So Ogbe heard this advice and he decides to go ahead and offer a bow as soon as he can. He gathers all of his edible materials and does everything that he needs to do. When he gets home later that night, from that night directly after the reading, he lights his candle for Ajay to come and be in his life. So an amazing thing happens as he offers a bow. Those of us who understand who the Orisha Eshu is, uh, how important he is in our lives. As Ifa practitioners, Eshu came into Ogbe's life. Eshu started to move around town and whisper into the ears of all the people that were looking for Ifa priests. Said, "Hi, you need help with something? Ogbe's your man. He is one of the most knowledgeable and the most well-studied priests of Ifa these days. And so it's important that you all go and seek him for help because he will provide the answers. He will provide you with everything that you need in your life." Ogbe, little did he know, a few days later, let's say, maybe a week later, Ogbe wakes up and he's got a line down the street of people coming for Ifa divinations. Ogbe was beside himself. He could not believe that everything that the Awo had mentioned had started to manifest little by little. His life was turning around. He now had so many clients. He had to bring in students to come and start to assist and help him to assist all of these different clients. Ogbe's life was changing. Now, what was interesting is that Ogbe's clients, Ogbe's students, everyone in Ogbe's community that was around him started to see that Ogbe was alone. He was doing so much for others, but he would go home at the end of the day or be in his home at the end of the day and have no one there to be by his side. So what does his community do? They come together in support of Ogbe. They come together to find a woman who they think is perfect for Ogbe. Well, they meet, Ogbe and this young lady meet, and they hit it off right away and began to start dating. Within months, half a year, they become engaged to be married. Then they get married. Shortly after this, his wife becomes pregnant. Ogbe's beside himself. The community sees so many wonderful things that Ogbe is doing that this news gets to the head of the town, who decides to come and bring Ogbe a horse and provide him with a good home. So now that he can see his clients, he can raise his family, he can teach his students. Ogbe is now in a completely different place. His life is completely turned around, all through the support of Ifa. This is a powerful, powerful story of, of someone's life who started with the understanding that they needed to have patience and they needed to have faith, right? For Ogbe, his success was just around the corner, but it was like he needed to wait for that right moment. Right? If he could wait for that right moment, things would be, things would be good for him. What was the next step? He needed to search for divine guidance. As he searched for that divine guidance with the support of Ifa, right? He started to see where things were going to align. He heard the news and information that the priest of Ifa had shared with him, right? The priest highlighted how important Ogbe would be and how he needed to continue down his path in order to find success. The next thing for Ogbe in this particular story is the idea that transformation would come through his actions, right? Ogbe was willing to follow the advice of Ifa and to change. It started with his sleeping habits, right? He needed to offer a vote. He needed to change the way that he thought. What was important for Ogbe is that when he took these actionable steps, no matter how small the changes were, they became something very significant later, right? His life completely changed around. The next theme that I think about in this particular story is community support. Ogbe lived the tenets of Ifa. He was patient, he was dedicated, he was honest, he had humility, he was doing good for the community. The community, because they saw how much good he was doing for them, they decided to support him, right? They supported his business, they supported his uh, life by bringing him and his wife together, right? They supported his growth with home, supported him having children. These are all important aspects of life. Something I want us all to think about, and what Ogbe was reminded of during his divination, is that even when we think we don't have a good destiny, Ifa will let us know your good destiny is there and it's waiting to be manifested, but here's what you have to do. Here's what you have to do. But we have to remember our good destiny, right? Our destiny that's unique to us. Remember where we're going and where we want to be. That's a part of the process. Last but not least, resilience and hard work. We say that every single day. Ogbe himself, despite facing the challenges that he was going through in the beginning, right? Besides dealing with all of that stuff in the beginning, his hard work paid off. The fact that he was well versed in Ifa and he studied and he dedicated himself to Ifa, even when he thought that, uh, he'd almost done it for nothing, he was reminded when he went for divination that his life would turn around. Ogbe's journey is not different from many of our own personal lives, right? Some of us have reached that stage where we have everything that we want and everything that we need. Some of us are still working towards that goal. We have to remember, step by step, little by little, we will find that success. I wish we all had the same destinies that could manifest. I wish that we all uh, had the ability to have everything that we want right now. But we know that's not what makes us unique. Each and every one of us lives our own unique lives. Our success comes at different times. And I say that to remind us that we shouldn't give up, because if you have not reached that point in your life, yet where you have not received your good destiny, be patient, have faith, seek out the divine guidance of Ifa. When you get those messages, transform yourself and your life through the action steps that Ifa puts in front of you, right? Seek community support. Do not attempt to do everything on your own. I can't say that enough. I know in this particular country, the United States is where I'm based. I know in this country, it feels like we have to do everything alone. But let us have a community that we work with that will support us. We never know who in our community will help support our good destiny. Understand that we all have the right to a good destiny, and that with hard work and resilience, it will be ours at some point, right? Ifa Orisha is absolutely powerful. There's so many wonderful messages throughout the many stories, without the many Odu Ifa, throughout the many verses. I encourage everyone to take a little bit of time to understand their their drive, their own personal destiny. If you're initiated, if you're not, if you're working towards understanding your destiny, don't give up. Work until you get to that point where you can identify it, you can find it, you can follow it, and you can fulfill it. Because that's what this life's about, living our best lives now. So I hope that this message inspires you to continue to seek progress, to continue to be a better person than you were yesterday, to continue to seek what you are looking for in life, and understand that while there are uh, no shortcuts, that all goodness will manifest its time in due time. I want to thank you for listening to today's message. Um, I'm blessed to be out here this morning. I'm on the bay or an inlet here in North Miami. I decided to wake up early and come out and share the messages, just because I have things that I think about and things that I'm working towards too. Right. So I hope that you all have a wonderful week. A little bit of announcement time. This is the week that our temple is offering the Odu of the Year and celebrating our Ifa festival, which is like an Ifa birthday for our temple. It's our second year running here in Miami. And so I'm blessed to be around good people, to have a community who I share messages with often, uh, and hope that we can continue to grow and study and learn Ifa together. So I hope you all have a blessed week. If you're interested in being a part of anything we do here in Miami, please reach out through our Facebook page, through our website, ifatempleofmiami.org, or Instagram, wherever we're at, YouTube. Please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you have a wonderful week.